Welcome to a preview of our rapid analysis workbench. I'm going to show you an example of how to find some traffic mysteries and their solutions. We're going to look at my own property here, helpfullee.com, and just a rundown of what's on this chart. First thing we're going to do is change the date period. We're going to set it to year to date so we have a little bigger date range to work with. At the top are a listing of all the landing pages. You can see the traffic and the bounce rates, and these charts are session traffic and direct session traffic, since that's where a lot of mysteries tend to show up. We'll show those separately. And then over on the side is a bounce rate chart. Now, all of these charts are interactive. So this page is basically for rapid diagnosis, and we're looking for patterns in traffic here. So here we can see a couple of spikes, and looking at that spike, it seems to be not really replicated over on the direct traffic side, but we do have a peak there in direct traffic. So what we're going to do is isolate that by just highlighting it on the time series chart, and that's going to isolate just that time period. So now we can look at the charts and look for what I call a fingerprint. We're looking for things that stand out. Here's an Amazon network connection. So whoever's coming is coming from Amazon, so that's highly suspicious. And Auburn, so a lot of traffic from one location and at a single hour. So all of those are highly suspicious, and using charts like this, it just makes them stand right out. Now again, all of these charts are filters as well as charts. So what we can do is we can click on one of these charts to filter. We're going to click on 11 p.m. and see what kind of traffic was coming in at 11 p.m. So now you can see we've narrowed things down quite a bit. Again, we can see that there is a lot of traffic from Amazon as our primary network connection for people coming in. So that's suspicious because that's not normally a standard network connection. And we can see again the traffic's coming from Auburn. So we're going to take off that filter just by doing the reset button. Sorry, right click and reset. We're going to highlight our Amazon Technologies connection, and you can see there's some other things that go along with this fingerprint, and we can see that it's Linux, so again that's highly suspicious. And we can see that there's pretty much a fingerprint for the browser size as well as screen resolution, and again going back to the city and actually operating system processor x86-64. So these allow us to find a set of patterns that are unique to this group of users. And you can see on here, although we have one section highlighted, there was other traffic from this fingerprint, and here we can see a lot of these pages have 100% bounce rate, again an indication of bot traffic. What's interesting is there are some on here that are not 100% bounce rate. So now that we've figured out some traffic that we think is suspicious, we can go over to the second page, which is selectors based page, and instead of isolating the traffic, we can filter out the traffic, so we can see the effect without that traffic. So we'll go down here and search for the Amazon Technologies service provider, and we can remove that. And now we can go look at the charts and see what they look like without that traffic. You can see there's about a $400 or 400 session difference between our regular view and our filtered view. And when we look over at dimensions broken down by medium, we can see there's a peak that's missing there on direct traffic that was accounted for by the traffic that we just filtered out. So now what you decide to do with this traffic, we can go back and kind of double check by isolating just traffic to the Amazon service provider. So we'll do that in just a second. And what you decide to do with this information is kind of up to you. You can create a new filter in Google Analytics, but of course that's not going to affect past traffic. You could create a segment to apply to reports, and of course in Data Studio you could apply a filter on an entire page just for that Amazon traffic. Or if it's not really significant, you can just choose to ignore it. So that choice is up to you. So I hope this has been helpful, kind of seeing how I use this tool myself on my own site. And please add comments and questions below. Thank you.